Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello teachers, how are you? Good day everyone. I hope everybody is in a very healthy condition, in a very happy environment. You feel like sun shines all over you every hours. So teachers, we are so happy to have you today, to bring you today. There are Pak Wahab here with us and also Ustadz Taufik as the headmaster in Al-Wildan Islamic School 2. So this occasion, we're going to share with you, this program is one of our way to reach our teachers, to touch the heart of our teachers, to share the happiness and how do we call it, a very strong motivation with the teachers, so we can have our school as the very happy, fun environment, education for our students. Yeah. So as teachers, you know that we need to share the very best in ourselves, so our students will also follow what we share with them. They're happy to study with us. They're happy to do what we instruct them. And also, they will never stop learning. We're going to share with them problems. We're going to share with them anything in life that they probably don't see in their house, in the class, but they show us bravery to study new things every day. So we're going to have here Ustadz Taufik as our opening speech today to share with us what is actually this program. And you're going to hear from Pak Wahab, who is going to share the best motivation for us, yeah, in teaching students, especially children under 15 years old, probably, yeah, Pak Wahab. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me once more time ask you to see the background here with me. Teachers talk in Al-Wildan Islamic School. Let's get inspired. Okay.
Let's get inspired.
Yeah. Okay then. I'm very happy to welcome you, Ustadz Taufik, to give his opening speech with us as the first program that we're going to share with you all. Thank you so much. Pak Taufik, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Dinda, for the time. First, I want to apologize with of you both because I want to use Indonesian language. Okay?
It's okay, sir. No problem.
Okay, no problem.
Baik, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah, hamdan katsiran thayyiban mubarakan fi kama yuhibbu rabbuna wa yarda. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu amma ba'du. Pertama-tama pastinya kita panjatkan puja dan puji syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa taala karena berkat nikmat iman, Islam, sehat walafiat kita masih bisa hidup di dunia ini dan juga bisa memberikan sesuatu yang bermanfaat di dunia ini sebagai bekal kita nanti di akhirat kelak. Dan juga pastinya kita panjatkan salawat dan salam kepada junjungan kita Nabi besar Muhammad SAW, keluarga, para sahabat, pengikut-pengikutnya yang selalu setia hingga akhir zaman nanti, yang selalu menjalankan sunnah-sunnahnya, dan semoga kita termasuk pengikutnya yang selalu menjalankan sunnah-sunnah beliau dan dipertemukan dengan beliau di telaganya nanti. Baik, pertama-tama pastinya saya sangat bangga ya, sangat bangga, dan ini sangat menginspirasi banget. Acara ini sangat menginspirasi ini sebagai awalan bahwa di masa saat ini yang memang di industri 4.0 yang pastinya tidak akan lepas dari dunia digitalisasi. Nah, kita harus bagaimana sebijak mungkin, sebaik mungkin menggunakan media-media digital ini dengan nilai-nilai yang positif. Nah, salah satunya yaitu yang sekarang sedang dilaksanakan. Ini sangat menginspirasi banget, sangat menginspirasi sekali ya. Karena dengan tidak adanya ruang dan waktu di zaman digital ini sangat diperlukan. Khusus kepada para dewan guru, ya, guru-guru yang pastinya ke depannya nanti akan menggunakan metode yang ada beberapa bahasa. Ada yang membahasakan blended learning, ada yang membahasakan dalam dan luar jaringan, ada yang membahasakan hybrid learning, yang memang kita membutuhkan inspirasikan ilmu yang kita punya kepada khalayak ramai. Tidak hanya siswa-siswi Al-Wildan saja yang bisa menggunakan atau bisa melihat video ini, tapi ketika kita sudah share ini di YouTube kah atau di media sosial yang lain, ini pastinya sangat bermanfaat bagi masyarakat dan juga bagi khususnya bagi siswa-siswi Al-Wildan dan juga guru-guru Al-Wildan. Nah, saya berharap ini tidak berhenti sampai beberapa episode ke depan, tapi juga bisa continue. Jadi jangan sampai inkonsistensi. Jadi kita terus upayakan dengan tema-tema yang baik, tema-tema yang baru, tema-tema yang memang segar yang ada pada saat ini sering terjadi, ini bisa terus dikembangkan. Dan mungkin pada saat ini tidak hanya dan mungkin bisa dicontoh dengan guru-guru yang lain ya, bisa dicontoh dengan guru-guru yang lain. Mungkin saat ini Bu Dinda dengan Mr. Wahab, mungkin nanti ke depannya hostnya berganti, misalkan Ustazah siapa dengan Mr. Wahab dan lain sebagainya. Ini bisa menjadi pemicu bagi kita yang lain nih untuk membuat hal seperti ini. Nah, mungkin itu saja Bu Dinda yang bisa saya sampaikan. Mudah-mudahan berjalan lancar acaranya dan bisa bermanfaat tidak hanya untuk Al-Wildan tapi juga buat masyarakat yang menggunakan media sosial dan juga menggunakan media digitalisasi ini untuk kepentingan yang baik. Mudah-mudahan amal ibadah kita ini diterima oleh Allah SWT dan selalu berkelanjutan. Itu saja yang bisa saya sampaikan. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Ustaz Taufik, for your opening speech. Okay, teachers, to have our time effective, let's go back to our first topic in this program. Let's meet Pak Wahab. Probably you already know about him in our school, that he is one of our motivator in using English more, yeah, in our daily life in school. So why don't we hear more from him about being a very inspiring teachers for our students? Well, teachers, I'm sure that everybody listen more, read more, and also see from everywhere, yeah, around the world. We can read more, many information from the internet nowadays very easily. Some of you shared problems in class with friends, and some of you read from the internet. Pak Taufik, thank you so much for your time. We're going to just jump in with the discussion, okay? Thank you so much for your presence just now. Okay, teachers, let's go back. So sometimes we already prepared many things in the for our classroom, Pak Wahab.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when we finally meet the students in the class, and then after that, we feel like, oh my God, all my strategy didn't work, or sometimes like I prepared this. I hope my students will do this activity with me. But how come it doesn't work perfectly? Or wow, I found my students can do better than what I imagined.
Expect,
Yeah,
yes.
than I expect before. So today, probably I can imply that there is one thing that we as a teacher need to remember, ya Pak Wahab. It is
Yes.
actually the spirit of motivation in learning. Yeah, so we take everything in life, everything what we face in everyday life as a learning session, and that will be changing every time. So probably one strategy won't work in one special time, but the same strategy will work at different time. Do you agree with me, Pak Wahab? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
hope so.
agree.
Yeah,
Yes, I mean, because it's not all the strategy can universally work. I mean, it depends on the situation that applied by teachers also.
yeah. So Pak Wahab, today we need your inspiration about how to be motivated in front of our students, and also like always remember that this educating people, like this educating children, is actually a very important phase. I mean, like an important thing in our life. It is not a simple job. It is a very big professionalism that will give great impact in someone's life in the future. Please share with us, Pak Wahab, what is
Okay.
motivation, and how would motivation work in our daily activity in teaching? Thank you, Pak Wahab.
Okay. Okay. Before I start, can you help me to share screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me open with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today we are going to talk about motivations. Yeah, motivation, something like we talk about a lot about these words. Yeah, I mean, but sometimes that we don't really understand about what motivation is. Yeah, but based on the definitions that whenever you feel this, you have desire to do something, whenever you wishes to do something, whenever you have like you want to achieve any goals that you intend, that is what we call it motivations. Yeah, so there is a drive, there is an urge, there is a desire to do something, that is a motivation. So here you can say that our behavior, our actions, yeah, that we are going to follow what is the direction that I'm going to do, that is motivation. So if people ask you or ask me, what is motivation? Motivation is something like make me go through something that I really want to achieve. Yeah, that is. Okay, next. Okay, yeah, but maybe that is better to see some like what psychologists define motivations. Yeah, motivation is like something very basic in ourselves. Yeah, very basic in ourselves. It means like what, for example, that we are going to improve our well-beings. Yeah, for example, I want to be smarter. I want to be richer. I want to be much more beautiful. Yeah, that is what we call it, something that you are going to achieve. Really, don't you, Ibu, right? that we are going to achieve that. And then also, for example, and you want to reduce a painful things that you feel. Yeah, for example, that when you feel like sick, and then you are going to feel that I'm going to be healthy soon, then you motivated to take medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also like for example, that you plan to continue your education in higher educations. So that is those steps that you are going to achieve make you drive yourself, and then you try to find a way to get through all the things that you face in a daily life. That is according to the psychologist definitions. So basically, the same meaning. What is in general understanding about the motivation and psychologists, but the difference is maybe in psychologists they try to see from what people can do to achieve their own goals in life. Yeah, that is the difference.
Yeah.
And next, next,
okay,
probably I have a question to Ibu Dina. When you feel hungry, then you want to eat. Can we say that is motivations?
Well, that's a basic.
Do you agree with that?
Basic need, yeah. I think that's a basic need.
Yep.
So motivation
The
is
basic need, so
more than that, I think.
Was more than that. Yes, very good. Excellent. That we need to recognize there are difference between a drive and motivation. For example, you feel hungry, then you want to eat. We cannot, that is motivation. When you feel thirsty, then you want to drink water, or you want to drink something fresh water, something like that. But motivation is driven by social, for example, your relation with something else, with some peoples. Yeah. For example, you are a teacher. Yeah. What make you to be a professional teacher? It means that you need other. What is the other? Student. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you need student to as a way, your motivation to interact with other peoples. Mm-hmm. Then based on that, drive, and so motivation is driven by social interaction, social relationship, in our life, whether with our students, whether we're our environment, whether we're our family, whatever it is, that whenever it's connected to socially with other people, it means that we can say that it's motivation. But if something like you feel hungry, then you feel tired, then you want to sleep, we cannot say that is motivations, but it's like a drive.
Yeah.
That is the difference. Yes.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that nowadays our student is being motivated to stay in the same in the same spot every day, like the kaum rebahan, something like that. We need to always inspire our students new challenging things, to make them move beyond their capacity, isn't that?
Yes, that's true. For example, I have met some students in grade 7 or grade 3. Mm-hmm. When I talk to them with English, they feel shy or feel reluctant to answer me in English. But facing that things that I really want, okay, don't worry, just talk in English, talk. Don't worry that you want to mistake. Don't worry to make mistake when you talk in English, since English is not our mother tongue. That is the simple way to motivate them, and then they feel, oh yeah, I can do it. I can talk even 1 word, 2 words, 3 words. Then they feel, yeah, I did it. That is a simple way to how to apply motivation in a daily interaction with our students. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, that one things that the very simple things that we can apply in our own classroom. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yes.
Can I say like sometimes our students get their motivation from what they think, but actually as an adult, we'll see we can share with them more than that. And then it's like inside or outside from ourselves, we can find our motivation.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, it's true. For example, why adult can do something like that? Because they identify what motivation is. They realize that. But student probably they don't realize that. But oh, this is what we call it motivations. Yeah, that is the difference between adult and teenage or children. Maybe. I mean, every human beings, of course, they have like capacity to motivate themselves. But they have capacity to understand what I feel about this. Oh, that is what we call motivation, and what kind of motivation is that? Yeah. So based on this, expert they identify there are four kind of motivation. Is based on there are four kind of motivation. For example, I give you illustrations. When I work, for example, I feel that salary motivate me to do my best in teaching, for example. Yeah, I mean, all professional professional, they do something because of they want to have a good salary. Yeah. That is a motivation too, but that is motivation because salary drive them to do their own job. Yeah, there is something external power can drive them to do something what they do to achieve better, and that we call it extrinsic motivations. Yeah, something externally, influence or impel people to act in certain way. For example, the other things that I need to come to school on time. If not, maybe I will get like a bad record or something, and I don't want to have a bad record about that. So I come early to the school. That is why I come early, because it's something like externally forced me to do something like that. Yeah, that is what we call it extrinsic motivations. Yeah. But yes.
And how can we relate them with something like you said here, meaningfulness?
Oh yeah, meaningfulness like this. So motivation cannot work alone.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, cannot work alone. I mean, it's okay with something like externally, we are externally influenced by something to do, but we cannot rely on the things. For example, if we always, what we call it, when we ourselves always like feel the externally motivated, and then at the end, probably can say, oh yeah, this is, this is something like I deserve to get. Yeah, I deserve to get. So because this is my effort, so I need to get a reward for this. Yeah. So based on this, probably at the end, people say that, okay, it's fine for me because I do this, and then people need to give me reward. So at the end, maybe at the end, lacking of like meaningfulness, because they believe that, okay, people need to pay me, people need to price me because I do this. Yeah, something like that. Lack of meaningfulness means that there is something like only hoping something like wage, or maybe they hope like a reward, then without that, there is no drive in themselves.
Yeah.
So it means at the end, it's lacking on a lack of meaningfulness. So extrinsic motivation is good, but we cannot rely on 100% of this kind of like motivations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we have to hold for a while. We need to move into the part 2 of this video.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is an extrinsic motivation. So probably we also will hear another type of motivation that would be from inside us, or something that abstract, but we need to put it visually visible for us. Is that so, Pak Wahab?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That is another type of motivation.
Yeah, okay. Wait, Pak Wahab. We're going to hold for a moment. We're going to continue in part 2, and we want to hear more about type of motivation that we can help our student in their learning activity. Is that okay, Pak Wahab?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
It's okay, very okay. Yeah.
Okay, wait for a moment. Yeah, okay, Pak Wahab. We're in part 2 of the video. Let's continue our topic about motivation. And I want to know more, Pak Wahab. So after we finally, as teachers and also as adults, guiding and helping our student to study anything in the school, how we relate motivation to our student in the class situation?
Yeah, good. Good questions. But before that, let's finish the second type of motivations. Yeah. So we get the big picture about motivation first.
Yeah.
The second type of motivation is about intrinsic motivation. The first is about external force that motivate you. But in intrinsic motivation is you are motivated internally. Okay. So here we can say that every people, they have subjectively motivated by something. So every people, maybe they have motivated. For example, one people, they really wants to be professional teachers. The other wants to be like, they want to get higher educations. Mm-hmm. So this is internally felt by the teachers or whoever. So they feel that they want to achieve something or aligning with their own values. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The values means that what is they believe about something. Yeah. So whenever somebody feels something like that, it means that they are intrinsic motivation in themselves. Yeah. So when you combine the two type of motivation, extrinsic and intrinsic, it will be it's a very perfect combinations. Yeah. So in ourselves, we need to get like, okay, to have like external motivation, but we need also something what drive us in ourselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For examples, your desire, your personal value, you want to be better persons. That is what we call it intrinsic motivations. Okay. Yeah.
So yes, I am imagining that this understanding about motivation, we do need to transfer the understanding with our students.
Yes, of course. I mean, because you use your student as a internal drive for you to be to connect with your own teachers. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you feel that you want to be a better teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then student make you feel that. So it is like external and internal motivation in yourself.
Yeah. It is important.
Okay. The other thing, yes, it's very important. The third thing, I mean, like, have you feel like when you do something, but you feel you do it is not in a good way, then you feel guilty about it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah.
is when you do something and you feel, oh my God, I don't do it perfectly. I don't do it in a good way. So that feeling guilty, it can be, and then from that feeling guilty, then you want to make it better.
Yes.
That is what we call it introjected motivation.
See.
Yeah. First, the base is what you do something, but you feel that you cannot do better. Then from that, okay, I want to do it. I want to make it better. But the difference between the intrinsic, you don't have kind of feeling that. But in introjected motivation, something make you feeling guilty first, then you motivated to do something better. Yeah.
So it's like the hadith, like today is better than tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tomorrow
yeah.
should be better than today.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's something like, okay, yesterday I need to improve something because it's not whenever I go at the classroom, there is something I miss. Yeah, it makes me feel like, okay, tomorrow I will be better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like taking
That feeling is like a kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I mean, like feeling. The base is like feeling unpleasant, a feeling like you don't unsatisfied about what things that you have done before. Yeah, that is, we call it, you are being motivated, introjected. Yeah. There is a base must be that. I mean, like you have done, but you don't feel satisfied about that, and then you have kind of guilty feeling. That is what we call it introjected motivation.
Motivation. So yeah. We need as a teacher, we need to see ourselves to feel like that, and also we need to being sensitive with our students' condition, emotional condition. Sometimes they feel like very motivated, sometimes they feel like neglected, and we do have to very sensitive to see the readiness of their heart and mind, body, physically, to study with us. Is that so?
Yeah, that is, I think in this, the third form of motivation, that is what we call it, like introspections, or what we call it, something like the teachers is try to analyze what they have done every day. Yeah, something.
Muhasabah.
Yeah, that's what we call it. Yeah, muhasabah. That is when you feel something, okay, I do something is not too good today, but tomorrow I will do better. Yeah. All right. And the fourth one, this is the last ones. Yeah. It's like identified motivations. Yeah. For example, this kind of motivations. For example, you plan it. You plan something in the future. For example, next year I want to continue my education. Yeah, you identify it. So what should you do to get to continue your education in the next year? For example, if you want to continue your education in the abroad, you need to have a good English, right? So you need to study English first. Then you need to take a TOEFL test. That is, you identify it. So it means that there is you need to identify your own motivation to get through your prime goals.
Yeah, and when we see our students haven't seen their own motivation, we need to trigger. Is that right? We need to ignite and stimulus.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So whenever teacher understand this kind of motivation, and then they try to, okay, first maybe they have externally motivated by their score, right? Whenever when they get 95 or something, it means I want to study, I want to make it better, for example, to 98 or something. That is extrinsic. But they say that, okay, I want to study because I want to be smarter. I want to be a better person because I want to have a good English, something. It means that they apply intrinsic, yeah, something like so. But from first, the second, and the fourth form, so then it is something like perfect combinations, yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
example, it's related to what is the long-term goal, for example, what you are going to be. For example, students, okay, I want to be like a researcher. So if you want to be a researcher, what things to do?
Yeah.
What things that you need to do? For example, you study. For example, you want to be a scientist. So it means that you study science seriously. If you want to be like a journalist, so you need to study social studies more. Yeah. So whenever you go to the high school, you get you take the social pathway, for example. Then when you graduate from the high school, then you go to like the journalistic program or something like that. So it means that you identify your what things that you are going to achieve in the future. That is what we call it identified motivations.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Very nice explanation, Pak Wahab. So we cannot just stop from inside us. We need to seek what are outside us, and also what is the environment setting us, right?
yeah.
And also to 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 reach the goal, we do need to study from the teachers, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
How to reach what we target in our
Yes.
life.
I just want to say like this. Whenever teacher can understand the motivation, I mean the fourth motivation, they will easily identify what happened with their own student.
Okay.
Yeah. So they can be a motivator too. Yeah.
Okay.
You remember that motivation is one element from pedagogy.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Tutut Wuri Handayani. Yeah, yeah. Pak
Yeah.
Wahab,
But by the way, you have asked in earlier that how teacher can relate the motivation to the activities in the classroom.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask next. You said about scientific way. Motivation is something abstract, Pak Wahab. How could
Yeah.
it be like scientifically? It is something that we think it logically, we can see it and we can write them, we can see the step, we can share the physical object. Please share it with us more, Pak
Yeah.
Wahab.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That of course that motivation is something like related to the human being feelings, right?
I see.
Yeah. Related to that, I mean, subjectively, I mean, everybody have a different feeling about this, but they drive us so much. Yeah. So based on this, science have like conduct the research, and the result of the research is written in the books from the Daniel H. Pink. The title is Drive, the surprising truth about what motivates us. According to the result of the research, that 3 of the 5 are inspired from this book. So it means that it's more than 50% when they read the books and they find out, oh, this is something like motivated me. So by knowing about this, we can identify what things actually make us motivated, make us to be motivated about whatever happens in our life. Yeah. Okay.
So it's basically we can imagine the counting. Is that?
Yeah.
Mathematically.
Yes. People, I mean, subjectively, they try to analyze this kind of feeling into like a simple mathematics equations.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. I mean, after this, that we are going to see how to quantify these kind of things so we can prove it. Oh, this can work like this. So in this kind of like qualitative thing can be translated into like quantitative, and then we can see the result.
See.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, the first thing, 5 things that there are 5 ways to motivate students. Yeah. First, if you understand this, then you will realize how to motivate your own student, and instead you make them demotivated. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are 2 things: motivated and demotivated. Sometimes that we don't realize as a teacher that giving score or something, what the score that we put in their report books, it actually demotivate them.
Motivated, we try to motivate, but it becomes demotivated.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But since that nobody else can realize it. So by understanding about this this first idea about loss aversion, then you will carefully what we call it, you carefully to think about that, how when you give the score to your own students, and then you think about that, okay, will he be motivated or will he be demotivated?
I see.
Yeah. So the motivated and demotivated, they're two. I mean, it's like something what we call it is oppose each other, right? Yeah. So but meanwhile, teacher really want to motivate student. They don't want to demotivate their own student, right?
Right.
But the teacher, they don't understand how to avoid kind of like demotivated student. Yeah, this is so. First thing we need to understand about the idea of loss aversions. Yeah,
okay.
According to the scientific discovery, that human beings hate to lose 4 to 5 times more than we love to win. Yeah, that is. So when you win, then when you lose, then people is when you compare the feeling, which one is like higher value, higher feeling that you get? They hate to lose, actually. Yeah. Yeah. For example, I'll give you illustration here. When you just walk around, you find 100,000 rupiahs, right? Yeah. You feel happy. You feel happy. Oh, people maybe that way. Alhamdulillah, I get whatever that is like money from heavens. Yeah. And then everybody, in fact, from the like religious feeling that it's not our money, right? But the feeling when we see like 100,000 on the street, that is, oh, this is money, and something we feel that whose money is this, and then if I get it, what should I do, and something like that. But feeling, we are happy about that, right?
Right.
Yeah. And another occasions, when you try, then you walk in some places. Then when you walk your wallet, then you try to find your money, you lose 20,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you feel that, then you keep thinking, where is the 20,000? Where is the 20,000? Where is the 20,000? You keep thinking about your own 20,000. Yeah. That is then you feel that the way you feel losing 20,000 and the way your feel about that 100,000, according to this, you're hurt more losing 20,000 rather than find 100,000. Yeah, that is the idea of loss aversion.
Loss aversion.
Yes, that is why when you see some people that, for example, why people like they always remember something. Okay, oh, this person borrow my money, but he never returned it, right?
Yeah.
And we keep thinking about that because, and then he got my money, for example, 200,000, but he doesn't return it to me. He doesn't pay me. We keep thinking about that. Oh my God, he take my money 100,000, but the feeling of like losing that kind of money is bigger, yeah, it's hurting us a lot.
Yeah.
That is what we call it loss aversion idea.
Aversion. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Then,
like
yes.
So it's like we stated grades as KKM. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of giving them like, actually you got 10 for this subject, or actually you scored 20 in this subject, but that will insecure their feeling to be motivated to have more grade in the next occasion, in the next test, for example. So instead of giving them bad score and letting them demotivated, we need to think about that loss aversion.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that?
That is, by understanding loss aversion, you carefully, put, when you think, for example, the students, I give him, for example, 80. Yeah, 80. Then you try to understand, okay, then I understand if I give him 75, something will be demotivated. So you understand that this kind of like a version in your mind, then what things that you need to do in order to motivate him, in order to get higher and higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. By understanding this, and then you think about twice or to give your score, and then before you give score, you need to do something. What kind of action that you need to do in order to make them to reach higher performance? Yeah, because the score is something end result, right?
Yeah.
For something end result. But before we put something in the report book, there is a long process that involves.
Yeah. So it's like to save their guilty feeling, it's better to save their memory in being very grateful, and then also motivate them to try more in the next chance.
Yes. Yeah. So, whenever the teacher apply this kind of like loss aversion idea, they can, they understand how grades can dramatically demotivate it if they have a lower score.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it means sometimes we teacher, we don't understand that, just a 5 score lower. 5 score lower, it's so meaningful for them. But teacher said that only 5 is okay, right?
Yeah.
But we don't understand how the student feel about losing five points.
Yeah.
That is why when we understand about loss aversion, that we understand even one point lower, it will be demotivated. So something like we need to understand about this one.
Yeah. At this point, we'll be very careful to give our student like scoring them. And sometimes higher motivated student will also believe too high that they can do more, and then sometimes like when they achieve lower grade, they like, what, I did my best and I just got this. I don't want to do this anymore.
That is
sometimes like that. Too
high.
high.
Motivated.
And it's vice versa. Is that so, Pawahab?
Yeah. Now can you move to the next? The next two to that is next.
Is this?
No.
Okay, this one.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Get back.
Get back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now imagine you are an average student. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now, for example, like this. Yeah. Let's say we always determine by 100, right? If the perfect score.
Yeah.
The it's like the denomination, every kind of like test denomination is 100. Yeah. For example, now imagine that your student, yeah, like an average student test in a school, it's some limit point at 100, then he get, or your student get 80 out of 100. Yeah. It means, for example, if you use A, B, C, D, something like that, probably
the
you get B,
yeah,
the B minus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not terrible. Actually, yeah, it's actually about average, right? 80. We went to 80. Good. Yeah. Yeah. What about if the student never get 80, but they always get, for example, 95 and 93, then they get 80. Yeah. But according to the a principle of the laws of attraction, how students might feel using the formula. Yeah, can you move to the next slide? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I mean, like if you feel like lost, yeah. For example, from 100 to 80, it means that they lost 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 multiplied by loss aversion multiplier 5, then it will come the baseline. For example, minus 20, yeah, minus 20 times by 5, yeah, it means minus 20 multiplied by 5.
It's 100. It is 10. It's supposed to be.
Minus 20, yeah, multiplied by time.
It's going to be 100.
Minus 100. It means that they feel, how that they feel student? Yeah. They feel like they get minus 100. It means 0, right?
Yeah.
That is the feeling. It's not about the number, but how they feel about their own score.
Yeah. So it's
no matter they get 80, but 80 only like a quantity. But when we want to describe the feeling about they get from getting 80, the feeling is like they get 0.
Yeah.
We talk about a feeling, right? Motivation. Yeah, we are not talking about that the data or something, but we talk about feeling because at the beginning we talk about that we are driven by our feeling, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's move to. Could you move back?
Okay.
Next. Move back again. Next. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That is you get B minus. Okay. So if you get lost 20 point multiply, so it feel like 20 points by time by 5 plus 100 mean you get 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. It means that is the feeling of the student. How loss aversion is demotivated of the students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay, next.
We do really have to be very careful about this.
Yes, that is. Yeah. So how students feel? They feel completely indifferent. Yeah. And neither be motivated, learn, or demotivated, learn. If you have something like they cannot describe their own feeling. Like you say, I don't want to learn, I don't want to do this anymore, right?
Yeah.
That is, I mean, they cannot, stop doing this. It's useless for me to do this because see the result, yeah? Yeah, I don't get anything.
Yeah, I still can imagine how kindergarten students always got 5 stars or 100 to any mistakes they make. And then the next day they keep coming back and being spirited in doing their activity like, I can do this, miss, I can do this, Ustazah. And then they want to try again and more and try again and then try again. And by the time their age is increased, their happiness in learning, sometimes we see being sinking.
Yes, I mean, that is the way. I mean, sometimes educations, we don't realize that what happens in the classroom is a source of demotivated things, right? But by understanding this, teacher can apply this, and they will realize that that is the very important things about this. I mean, understanding about loss aversions.
Yeah. And it's like also like, I didn't do my best, but I got this higher score. Okay, then how if I put extra energy next time? Probably I can get higher score by this. Yeah, this is that so, Pak Wahab? By this loss aversion theory, we can imply that.
Yeah. For example, actually, when I read about loss aversion, when I compare to when my time when I teach in the high school at my previous school, then I realized that is what I have done. It's like I apply the idea of loss aversion. I always keep thinking about managing the score of the student, because at the beginning I realized that how score can act something like a motivation for the student. Whenever I give them like a higher score, they will come to the classroom and sit and they actively participate in the classroom, and then they show their own best to be active in the classroom. Then I realized that it's not about score, but the way we appreciate everything that they have done in the classroom. Then when they got in the classroom, then they keep remembering that that is the score is functioning for me to motivate me to do better and better. But if I keep, for example, have you remember about the killer teacher?
Yes. But the motivation is not like how to get the best score. It's like I don't want to get bad score from this teacher because I have to be present.
Yeah.
And I have to be very disciplined because I don't want to get mad by him if I do some indisciplined thing.
It could be.
I feel like that.
But for another situation, that when you come to the classroom, when you feel the teacher fully motivated when they're teaching, when they say that, okay, this kind of teacher, if I show my active participation in the classroom, and it's enough. When I do something like showing my eagerness to study, I mean, this teacher, I mean, they really appreciate this one. Test only part of like evaluation, but they always consider another thing, another aspect of the teaching in the classroom. For example, but when teachers always consider like, it's not the final score, it's not always the source of giving score from the test, right? But they always try to evaluate students from the active in the classroom. They try to give the participation in the classroom, and then they add that score and to make them feel, this is the result of your comprehensive work. But like I said to you, how to deal with the killer teacher sometimes is very, I mean, the student is I don't know how to deal with this kind of teacher, because I do my best, but at the end I never get a higher score. And then they just come to the classroom and sit down, and then just sit and just killing the time, and at the end the interaction with the teacher is not in a good condition, in a good situations, and the teacher also. I assume that probably the teacher don't understand about this idea. But if the teacher realize about the loss aversion idea, it's very something they will think about how to think about giving their own score to their own student.
That
Okay.
is something like probably we missed, and when we see this, probably we can make our strategy better next time in our classroom. Yeah, thank you so much, Pak Wahab, for
Another question maybe you want to ask. Yeah. Could you move to the slide? Slide. Slide 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So now the question may be, so how we can use this knowledge of loss aversion to motivate students?
Yep.
Yeah, that is the question. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
How use this? Yeah. Okay. The simple things that the simplest implementation that solution make variations of tests, not only one variation. For example, you only use like multiple choice, right? But you maybe use like multiple choice when a short answer, maybe like essay. Yeah, you give the chance to the student to explore. But for example, when you only use like a multiple choice, imagine that you only give one your own student only one things to do. When they failed, when they, for example, 35 questions, they answer only a 20. Yeah. What is the score they will get? Yeah. But if you give them, for example, there is a short answer or an essay. There are some students there, so they like to answer essay question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. By giving them like making this more questions, more variation of the questions, then you give them, for example, 60 minutes, for example, 15 question multiple choice, five short answer, and then 1 or 2 questions for an essay. And then it will be something, okay, I want, if they say, I'm not sure about question in the multiple choice, but I'm feeling that I can answer question in essay or in the short answer.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you've only given one kind of like one type of task, for example, just only, it will be source of the motivated if they get lower score. That is the simplest way to use loss aversion. Why? Giving them the variation of answering in the type of 3 or 2 kind of questions, type of question, make them feel exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is why personally, I don't agree very much about that. If I only, for example, rely on too much on like multiple choice questions, right? Because the probability of student to fail is very big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, if they don't understand, then they try to guess. But when some students that they have a good analytical thinking, then they can answer in the essay.
Yeah.
They will concentrate on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So losing in the multiple choice will be replaced by getting higher score in the essay.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah. That is, yeah. And another things, for example, have you ever imagined that probably a student can do something like, I ever do this kind of test. Okay, you do whatever you can do. For example, there are some students they can get more than 120. Yeah, there are students that they can get, oh, okay, I don't put like 100 as the denomination, but do something, answer the task. How many questions that you can get? If you get, for example, 120, I will put the 20. I will give you another time extra.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
So sometimes we stop in 100 score, but actually we can add more.
Yeah, you can. Why? I mean, I always keep thinking, why we should. I can give my student. I applied this when my previous school. One of the students get like, for example, they get 100. They get more than 100. Okay, okay, you get this one, right? But I will put this score in your report, and then I will take this score and I will give you another. I will spare this score and I will put another this time
Extra
for
point.
another for extra point. So okay, they agree with that. So I discuss with the student. Okay, they know it. So what is the implication about this? They are very motivated to do this.
Yeah, they will find another chance to get higher score or to increase their own score.
Yeah, that is maybe this
So
idea is not that.
we have two ways, yeah. Until now we have two ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not so very popular, maybe,
Yeah.
but if we try, maybe that the teacher will get like another idea that we get out from the box, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, I mean, showing something like do like this.
Yeah, if I can elaborate more, it is something like this. We have a formal test in the beginning, and then everybody will get highest score if they give correct answer by 100. And then when they finally got 80 probably only, but they want to achieve more, and then we give them chance. Okay, I have another question. There are two more questions here. If you can answer this, and then of course this is not an easy one, right, Pak Wahab?
Yeah,
you can get
that is we can apply that too.
Yeah, that you can get extra point of 20 to increase your previous score. Am I right?
That's it. That's good. It means that like we try to do more. I mean, removing the domination, right? Not only 100, but you give them chance to get more score. Yeah, the total maybe can handle 120 or something. That is the way that you apply in order to make them motivated by the score.
And of course, probably as a note, Pak Wahab, this could be something unique from one student to another student. Am I right?
Yes, because I mean, student can understand very quickly through pictures. Maybe they understand through like they can imagine just reading the word and then they can get the inspiration to answer. That is, I mean, we try as a teacher that we need to understand that there are so many like intelligence in our students. I mean, every student, they are unique. And when they try to understand something, they perceive something around them. For example, there are students that they easily understand when they read, but the other students, they easily understand when they see the picture and the words. Yeah, that is why when we what we call it, when making tasks, we need to be carefully put something. Oh, can this student understand this? Can the other student understand it? So you
need to embrace all multiple intelligence.
Yes, thinking about not only that you make a question, but you have to think about your own student.
How they answer it.
How they answer it, whether they can answer it easily or hard. But sometimes that teachers, when they just concentrate, okay, I just want to make this question, and then whether they can answer it or not, it's up to them.
Yeah. Sometimes we miss that.
Yeah, sometimes that
we teachers miss that. Yeah.
And the other things that, the other things that, that sometimes that another school that, the idea of mastery and performance, right? Yeah, mastery means that when we, for example, in mastery idea, for example, grade 1, they cannot move to division before they understand additions, for example. They need to do this first before they move to another subject. They need to master this topic first before they move to another topic. Yeah. So every student, they have like a different time frame.
Yeah. Agreed.
Probably the student, they understand this for a week, they can understand, but the other student, probably they will understand this for 2 weeks or even 1 month.
Yeah.
So that is what we call it uniqueness of the student. But but performance, remember performance, yeah. When the student come to the school, when they want to, they study very hard last night, right? What will happen when they after the test?
Forget.
Will they still remember about what they have memorized? They forget, right?
Yeah.
Where
Lost
they
like bubbles.
where the information goes in the long-term understanding or the short-term memory.
Yeah, probably short-term memory only.
Yeah, for example, this is happens in my previous school also. When I said that I see students, they are learning so hard in the corridor. Then they read. What are you doing? I'm memorizing materials. Start. Why do you do? You have studied a long time, right? But why you should memorize? And then when they do assessment, can you still remember what you have memorized? And he said, no, I forgot it all. But when they do performance, they get 95. But that is the idea. We need to separate mastery from the performance.
Yeah.
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 That is, but when we only use like evaluating, assessing the performance, at the end, sometimes that the student, the only when they create like kind of like strategy. Okay, I just want to succeed during the test, but after that, okay, I forget all the what. But in the mastery, no, because we tracking. We have record. Oh, the student, they have mastered this topic. They cannot move to other topic while if they don't master this topic. Repetition, something like that. And in the other school, they apply using mastery concept, yeah, rather than applying like a performance assessment, something like that. Yeah, but this is also maybe another things that maybe the teacher can use, can apply in their own classroom. Is okay. Maybe if there is no like a policy that apply by school, maybe teacher can do something. Okay, I for a whole year I can these students I can find out the track of the mastery level of the subject, for particularly math. Yeah. Why mathematics is very difficult? Because jump in, right? Before they master addition, they try to, and the teacher gives them like multiplications, and then getting harder until it's like, I don't like mathematics because I don't understand something like that. But actually the root problem is because of they don't master the material since the beginning.
Yeah. Pak, if I can share with you the Arabic system, the Arabic learning system in our school is also implementing this theory, loss aversion, like learning mastery. So at the very beginning, we try to share with them one sentence with 5 words, and then for the next meeting, they will have another sentence, but built by the same 4 words before. So after another new sentence, they will have 1 or 2 new words.
That's it. When we apply this, I mean, we concentrate on the mastery, right?
Yeah.
I mean, language mastery.
Yep.
They don't learn the higher before they master the subject. Yeah, because it's useless.
Yeah, so we can imagine they can build more sentences after they understand the basic sentence.
Yes.
This is very insightful for us, Pak Wahab. So at least we are part of the system of the best learning. And also, and also how to motivate our students. Well,
yeah,
I hope the Arabic teachers are happy to hear this discussion.
Yeah.
And also other subjects in school can imply the same theory as in other subject like English, bahasa, or even math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at this, the graph. I mean, that is the curve, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
they apply in Arabic. I mean, before they can move to the higher, I mean, they need to be mastered. So the teacher can see the curve. The curve. The curve is mean, okay, mastery curve, right? Okay, they need, okay, they will move to another higher, and higher, and much more difficult. But they always keep tracking.
Yeah, agree.
They don't get lost. They don't get lost with the curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
So
is
it means,
also, okay.
yeah,
Please.
this is where we can track it. Okay.
Mhm.
Teachers like, a tree, they can get back to the root if they want to repeat it again, and they can get back and move forward and get back again. They use because they have a strong basic idea about this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also probably this tracking mastery, we tried to implement it in our tahfiz Quran, Pak Wahab.
Yeah.
So day by day, yeah.
Tracking mastery means that, okay, this student, they have like memorized this surah, and then until this surah, and then we can get back tracking. Yeah, do they still remember about this? Yeah, and then they keep moving forward, and then by using like a tracking mastery means that we have data to track them. Yeah, if it can apply this in like tahfiz or something, it's a good idea.
Yeah. So, and also we as teachers also ask to always prepare our semester plan.
See the semester plan as your basic idea when you want to, as a guidelines, right? Once you want to, you want to, what we call it for the whole semester. What kind of things that you keep looking at it? Get back and then try to see, okay, this one, and then which one that I need to return again, and then get back and move forward and get back. It's not like the idea. It's like, okay, I just want to finish the book, whether they understand or not. Okay, the most important thing is I want to finish the book. That is like a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, teachers, if they do that, it means that they create like time bomb. Yeah, what will happen? Student, when the teacher keep moving, but they don't. Sometimes they don't put attention to whether the student mastery this topic or not. Yeah, that is the point. So the idea, the lot of versions like here. If teacher wants to apply the loss aversion, now you need to do is down with denominators. Yeah, don't use like, okay, the best score is 100, but whatever you want to do, just do the test. Do the test. Like we have talked about that. If they get 100, is 120 is possible. But when we put the score in the report book, okay, I put this one, but I will spare your own score for another. So it means that make the teacher realize that students, they really appreciate what the students' achievements. Yeah, that is why teacher need to make like a good, taking notes or something, or they have like a good record. So this one is describe how professional a teacher is.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
So
I think that's all.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pak Wahab. At the very beginning, we think like we only talk about something simple like motivation, but actually it is implemented in our teaching activity. Yeah, we don't really realize it, but actually we are part of the system that we do all the strategies, the tricks, the steps to help ourselves as teacher getting better, to set achieving our own goals, and also helping our children get better understanding and
Yes,
also
it means
achieve.
that it means that the teachers start from themselves first, then they will all the knowledge that they pondered and that will get through to their own student, right?
Yeah, agree, sir. Well then, Pak Wahab, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
for
welcome.
today's discussion. Hopefully, we can continue to the next strategy
Okay.
in having better teaching. Yeah, better
Okay.
teaching activity, learning activity in our own class. So let me stop sharing first.
Okay.
And to all friends, to all our friends, thank you so much for following our discussion. Please be spirited and wait for more videos from us, and you will see uh, more guest stars, and
Yes,
also
I hope so.
yeah, probably also more hosts. So anytime you'll see the next discussion will always be a very good inspiration for ourselves.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. Okay, Pak Wahab, thank you so much for
Yes, you're
today.
welcome.
Okay, let's close our discussion by praying doa kafaratul majlis. Subhanakallahumma
Subhanakallahumma wa
wa
bihamdika
bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha
asyhadu an la
illa
ilaha anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.
Thank you Pak Wahab.
Ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.